we are comparing the best phones under 150,000 naira to kind of let you guys know what we think are the best phones. We already know like the phones that are being sold for around 150,000 which ones are the best ones, and we are going to kind of break them into different categories, into like starting with design, then we'll go to display, then performance, software, camera, and battery life. So we are going to like pick the best phones for each price category, then try as much as possible to argue about them and just to see if we can come to a conclusion.
Yes.
As you guys know, this is Ben Freeman. He's on my channel. Say hi.
Hello.
So, yeah, this year there have been an influx of phones under 150,000.
Yeah.
Like
the Spark 40.
Yeah.
Or is it the Pro? No, the Spark
40.
The Redmi
15C.
15C. Infinix Hot 60i. And
Techno Pop 10.
Pop 10.
I think Pop 10 Pro. It's under 150.
Pop 10 Pro, yes, around 130k also.
Yes.
Then Samsung Galaxy A07.
Yeah. So it's quite an interesting price category, and it's highly competitive. This year.
Yes.
And for someone that wants to buy, you might just get lost, because I get a lot of DMs, people asking me, I have a budget of around 150k, which one should I buy? It's quite a bit difficult to just tell someone, go ahead and buy this one, because what that person might want might not necessarily, that box might not be ticked. If I say, okay, go and buy the Samsung Galaxy A07, for example, and maybe what you want is the good looking design of the Techno Spark 40, so it might not. It's quite difficult to pick.
So yes, to actually pick up, best is relative. So it depends on what you are looking out for.
Yes.
Best for some people is the biggest battery. Best is the
best camera.
Best could be the design. Best could just be anything. It's relative.
So I think we just start. We start with the best designed phone for under 150,000 naira. What do you think is the best designed phone?
Best redesign or best original design or stolen?
For me, Apple copied Techno, because Techno put it out there first with the design of the Spark 40. I feel it's the best designed phone for that price category.
Obviously, it's the see, even in terms of design, best is still relative. So people might like the minimal design of the Samsung Galaxy A07.
Yeah.
You understand? Of course, personally, I will go with the Techno Spark 40 among all of them. For me, it is. But after my review of those phones, you see people who still prefer the Samsung design. They just want a very clean back.
Minimal.
But design is not a huge factor if you are deciding which phone to buy.
Yes, actually.
Yes,
so I think
we can just give it to Techno and just
for each category, we have to pick like 3, the best one, then what we think is second, and like the runner-up.
Okay.
So
do you have durability as?
Yeah, durability definitely has to be
design?
part of the design.
Okay. So if it's part of it, my first pick will go with the Techno Spark 40. I like the design, and I think it's IP54.
54, yeah, I think
IP54 rated. So okay, no, my very first will go to Redmi 15C.
Design?
For design, yes. Because we're adding durability. The Gorilla Glass 3 for the display is IP56 or 54.
Yes, it has some sort of water resistance.
Yes, it's water resistant also. And for some people, glass is premium.
Yeah, glass is premium. Not for some people, for everyone.
For most people,
glass is premium. But
glass.
At the same time, it's not all the phones under that Redmi lineup that has glass.
Okay, or
some,
the blue,
there are some.
The moon blue
I think it's the blue and the pink that has a glass finish.
Okay, so in that case, my top my top 3 will go Techno Spark 40 number 1, Redmi 15C number 2. I can't remember the design of the Infinix was 60i. Yeah, I remember. I think they continued the same design that was very good last year.
Yeah, yes.
So Yeah, that would be my number 3 for design.
So for me,
For design.
the first one for design has to be the Techno Spark 40.
Yeah.
Like even if you hold that phone in your hand, you know that it was well made, and it's lightweight too. It has a sort of slim form factor in the hand. I really enjoyed testing that phone and making a video about it. Then secondly, I'm going to go with the Infinix Hot 60i. They polished the design of the Hot 50i a bit. Even though you see 3 cameras at the back, it's fake. It's only like 1 camera at the back of that phone.
They don't have to know.
No, we have to put it out there. Lastly, it's choosing the last phone, best design for under 150k for me. I think I'm going to go with the Tecno Pop 10 Pro. The design is quite minimal, and they
Like
went
the
with
iPhone
the
16,
aesthetics of the iPhone 16.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people are going to
That's
find it appealing. So
Okay.
that's it for me.
But
for
design is not.
Design is subjective.
Out of 10 is like 2 out of 10 when
like
it comes
one
to
set
deciding
for
which
one.
phone to buy.
To buy.
So let's.
So let's move on to the display
Yeah.
now.
Ah.
Now, this is where it starts to get, interesting, because everyone is trying to push, the
120
limit,
hertz.
120 hertz, they are trying to
120 Hz
do a lot.
refresh rates. Yeah.
So, for this category, the Tecno Spark 40 has a 120 Hz refresh rate, and it also has a dot-in display, not the ugly notches that other people are giving us.
Yes.
So we have the Hot 60i2 that has a 120 Hz. We have the Samsung Galaxy.
See, let's clear this 120 Hz. Actually, 120 Hz restricted to settings and some native apps.
Yeah.
Settings and some native apps. Others is 90 Hz. So I don't think it's a criteria. You don't get to experience 120 Hz everywhere. So let's just put it at 90, and that brings it in par with Samsung display. For display, after using each of these phones, I think I didn't get to review the Infinix was 60. I don't know what happened that period, but after using the other ones, the best display for me will go to Samsung. They all have 720 pixel resolution, but Samsung just have a way of optimizing their display. When you take pictures with all of them at the same time, and you are viewing those pictures on the phone in real time, it's just this better optimization with Samsung. So that is why I feel Samsung, because in terms of specs on paper, they are all the same practically.
Yes.
Forget 120 Hz. Samsung will just tell you it's 90, and you get 90 Hz basically everywhere. You are scrolling Instagram or YouTube or settings or anything else. The UI, you get 90 Hz, and I think it's best to just 120 Hz now water.
So for me personally, I feel the display of the Samsung is underwhelming, honestly. Especially when I paired it side by side with the Redmi 15C. Like, those displays are ugly. But
no,
those displays were ugly.
I'm not talking of aesthetics, so
okay.
Aesthetics is different. Aesthetics, you may not pick it to. Aesthetically, I will go with the Tecno Spark 40. Tiny bezels, dot notch,
yes,
and super bright. Yes, very bright. That Tecno Spark 40 is very bright. So aesthetically, I will go with the Tecno Spark,
but like the smartphone industry is supposed to be moving forward, not backward. I feel the display style on the Infinix, the Samsung and the Redmi is something that is outdated. Those style of design, we need to move on from those eras. But Samsung keeps on giving us those type of displays back to back. I don't know Redmi where they are getting the inspiration. Redmi used to be like the leader in this price category, but all of a sudden they are not really doing enough. They are trying to.
But do you know that this notch of a thing, now we reviewers they make them.
Actually, that's very true. I remember when I was using the Samsung Galaxy A26, I used it for like 2 months as my main phone. When I lost my phone, you understand? But I forgot. I didn't
no day
remember.
You will pick it and say, "Oh, the notch." No, it doesn't happen. So
we are the ones that make a big deal out of it. And I'm currently working on a long-term review of the Samsung Galaxy A26. And part of the point that I'm going to talk about is the fact that I forgot about the notch and the bezel. I was just using the phone the way it is. But for me, I'm still going to go for display. These are my top 3. I'm still going to go first the the Spark 40 Pro, I'm going with it again.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going with the Infinix Hot 60i, even though in terms of like the display, they are both close, your 60i and Spark 40, but there is just a little bit of an edge that the Spark 40 has. That
Maybe
your
the
60i
very
doesn't
tiny.
have.
See,
Yeah, it's just like about like just tiny details.
yes,
That makes
the
the
bezels,
Yeah.
the brightness. See,
But for display, my own is Tecno Spark 40.
okay,
Then I'll go with the
Hot 60
Hot 60i, and
Second.
I'm going to go with the Redmi 15C.
Oh.
And I know that the Tecno Pop 10 Pro also has like a dot-in display, but the display of the Redmi 15C is a little bit larger. And also, if you really hold it, you're going to see that the colors and details on that display is just sharp. It's really sharp.
Well, when it comes to colors, I think it all boils down to how just the UI basically for different phones. Samsung like to keep their own maybe a bit. I don't know if it's contrast I would call it or what. I don't know, but you get the point. But there is something I feel we're forgetting. A Spark 40 has the best overall design. Like when you hold and look at all of these phones, when you hold and look, I don't know, they really copied Apple, both in terms of the design, in terms of how flat the phone is, how light, how the feeling
Yeah, when you
on the
hold
hand.
that,
The Redmi 50C is a bit heavy.
It's bulky, yeah.
Yes,
It's a big
and
phone,
it's
6.8.
bulky, yeah.
I think 6.9 inches. That's really big in the hand.
But
So
maybe I have small hands.
so
Okay.
like okay, what would be your
Top tier display,
on-
yes,
on display?
yes, top tier display. Spark 40, obviously. Okay, or 60i. I don't know. I can't remember how tiny the bezels are, but Spark 40 definitely or 60i. And based on usage, yeah, Samsung A07.
Okay, so now the next category that we are going for has to be performance. Let's go performance. Before
Let's
we
just
go to-
skip performance. We all know.
We all know the best. Like Samsung just took everybody unaware this year
For the first
and
time,
decided to just give
do
the
something like
G99.
yes,
And it's like it's crazy. Everybody was going for the Helio. All the phones that we are talking about here,
G81.
we have the Helio G81 Ultra. So Samsung just came
just
out of nowhere
yes,
and
yes.
gave us
There's no
the Helio G99,
There's
and
no
it's
need.
significantly better if you check the reviews and you compare online. The Helio G99 is
for the first time I
better.
reviewed a Samsung phone,
Budget
A0 budget phone, entry level A07, and I didn't have all those lag, all those
Honestly,
annoying
just-
lag when you are
it's
taking
just
pictures.
smooth.
You wait for the picture to, you want to switch from portrait to photo mode. God.
Especially if you try the variant with up to like 8 gigs RAM.
8 gigs RAM,
you know
yes.
that this is very smooth.
Yes,
And these are chipset that Tecno and Tecno and Infinix
Use for
another
their
brand used to use for their like
a bit higher
level
budget
devices.
phones. Yes.
So for performance, there is no debate. Samsung is clearly
So if you are a gamer, you use your phone 20 times out of 24 hours a day, basically just get the Samsung.
you're a power user
Yes,
and
yeah.
you want
Yeah,
performance,
that's the
a
word,
phone that will
yes.
perform for under 150k.
Yeah.
Samsung is just
There's no
the-
debate.
Then if we say we want to pick 3 phones in this price category, what might be important is how well the software is optimized on the phone.
Yes.
Because it also plays a role.
A huge
in the
role.
performance.
First of all, raw power, Galaxy A07. Optimization, Tecno Spark 40. Like, we'll get the software, we'll talk. Then, my third will go to Infinix. I've had the worst experience with Redmi. Like,
Honestly, the Redmi 15C this year, it's you know, when we say this type of thing, you know, some people get things.
I said in my review, everybody was saying, how much did Tecno pay you? How much were you paid for this? How much were you paid for this? I'm like, I had to put out a statement like,
Yeah, I saw the statement
guys,
on your post.
come on, we use this for you. Highest you go buy unless Redmi 15C use. You never use Samsung, you never use Tecno, you never use
You know, the
others.
thing is that there are people that are attached to a brand, you know, they are too attached, and when you come out and you start like maybe talking bad about the brand,
that brand.
but as a reviewer, you have to do your job and you must just try to be as honest
Redmi,
as
if you are
possible.
watching this is not personal attack. It's just the truth. At least, okay, do like Samsung. If you want to put HyperOS in a budget phone, throw it down a
Downscale
bit.
it, yeah.
Remove some features. Remove those ads. Then all those bloatwares that come with it. How many software somebody won't use for phone? you will put like
How many
200 games.
How many apps?
How many apps?
It's overwhelming.
Like 200 games. You swipe down like this in Redmi, you swipe down like this, you see ads.
The thing is, it's overwhelming when you are using the software. There was a time I said, okay, let me even use it. When I got the Poco F7, I decided to, okay, let me try this Redmi OS. Let me see. And the Poco F7 was a very good phone, but that software was just the issue. It was my greatest issue. Even on that was like I think $400 phone.
I'm not surprised.
The Poco F7 it was a $400 phone.
Now Chinese, they do earlier. Very annoying people.
The Poco F7 was a $400 phone, but it was still packed with like bloatware. It was still packed with art. It had like a very, very strong Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 or something, a very strong processor, but the power it had and the software was not
properly optimized.
And it was taking the battery life. Even though the phone had like 90 watts charging speed, the battery life was just terrible. So there is that. So I think for performance, for me, my top 3, Samsung Galaxy A07, still again followed by the Tecno Spark 40 Pro. Tecno, like, we are not trying to make the Spark 40
not the Pro
special.
Spark
Sorry,
40.
We are not trying to make the Spark 40 a special phone or something. It's just that it's a good phone. It's all round, like it's balanced. If you look at it, so most of the people that come to my DM, which phone should they go for around 100? Like I just tell you, if you want a balanced phone that can
balance everything from design to performance to optimization to software, just buy the Spark 40.
So the second one has to be the Tecno Spark 40 Pro, and again followed by the Infinix Hot 60i. I think in that order for me when it comes to performance.
Okay, so next is software.
The software, yeah.
Okay, so for software, definitely there's never a time that any other phone will beat Samsung for software. One UI is the best Android skin you can think of.
Yeah,
it's packed. Even though the one in budget phones, they remove some features like screen recording and others. But it's still packed. It's still properly optimized. You understand? At least with the better processor this time around, you have a smoother experience using it. Yeah, and then 6 years. I mean,
software, but nobody
years.
does that. But one thing that in my review, I was like, okay, this one is using the Helio G99, and we all know everything is moving rapidly. Technology is advancing every day.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that chipset will be able to really hold.
You can't stay till 2031.
I'm not really sure if it's going. Anyone that is even going to buy that phone, I'm not sure you use it for like 4 years. You run into issues.
But I still have somebody using A02. I shock.
Oh, that's wild.
In fact, then another person came to my house, was using A04, and then he got this one UI7, and he was so happy. He saw some changes, like you charging his battery now. The battery can now tell you how long it will get before it gets filled up. Okay, so Samsung first. Yeah.
For software, right?
Yes, for software. Tecno too. I think Tecno and Infinix. I think there's no way Tecno goes and Infinix doesn't go.
Yeah, that's just the truth, because they are
different fruits of the same tree.
And some people might consider AI. You know, Samsung is not giving you any AI on that phone.
That part,
but Tecno has AI. Tecno has AI for 150.
Useful AI.
And useful AI.
Useful AI.
Infinix has useful AI for that price category.
Useful AI. Axe Tecno is nice one. Wallpaper generator for those of us who don't like, who get tired easily. You know. Okay, but still, Samsung is the best. You can't give it. Tecno follows very closely. Very, very. So usually what I would advise is, depending on how long you want to use the phone. For software usage, optimization and everything, those two are good if you are using them in say 2 years. If you are using the phone for say 2 years. But if you want to go longer than 2 years, go for Samsung. But if you tend to give the phone away, not resell or anything, just buy Tecno. Because Tecno's software is even more complete. All those screen recording and all that things.
You get them for that price.
But for Samsung, you don't get it. You now start downloading third-party.
And if you
apps.
download third-party screen recorders, it will make the phone lag. I've experienced it with the A16. I experienced it with the A16 where I had to download the third-party screen recorders, and it was not like as smooth as when it comes integrated in the software. So I really feel Samsung software, it's just the best. Even though like right now I'm using Pixel, but the way the software of Samsung is kind of tweaked, like it's just so beautiful. There are a lot of things that you can do on Samsung phones, even though the A07 is a cheap phone, but if you are someone that is into customization, there are a lot of things that you can take advantage of.
Samsung is very flexible.
There is these modes, modes and routines. If you really know how to use those things,
you make your life easier.
Enjoy. Yeah. So I feel
Samsung is sophisticated though.
Yeah, for software it has to be Samsung. Then for me, followed by Tecno and Infinix. That's just it.
Yeah,
the Spark 40 and the 60i. The A07 actually has the best software. If Samsung was only going to add a little bit of AI, even if it's just like 2 AI features, I think they would have. Even it's simple to search.
Even the AI is. You can download Google Gemini and ChatGPT now.
Yeah, I know.
Which AI? Which other AI you want?
Tecno is giving you like
baked in. Yes.
So we can't discredit that. So for that aspect, I feel
But Samsung is the best.
Samsung is software. It's just too smooth.
Download ChatGPT. Download Google Gemini.
The experience is just smooth. The experience is just you have Mr. Nano Banana now. The experience is just smooth. So I think the next category is camera. And one thing I'm going to put out before we talk about the camera is that at this price point, let's do battery
first. Camera is just like design. Let's do battery first.
Okay. If you're talking about battery, if you want us to talk about battery, we'll do what are we doing last? We are doing camera.
We'll do camera last.
So let's talk about battery. Everyone here in this price category is trying to give you a lot. And we have to commend
Redmi.
Redmi has 6,000 milliampere.
So it's 6,000, 5,000, 5,200. I think 60i is 512.
Yes, 5.2. Then Hot 60i and Spark 40 support 45 watt charging.
Yes.
And
Samsung is 25 watts. Redmi is 33.
Yeah.
True 33 finally.
But they increase the battery, then increase the charging
speed.
I don't think there is a major difference.
In charging speed. It takes 1 hour plus.
Yeah.
Battery. Okay. Spec wise.
Specs on paper.
Redmi, obviously. But then experience wise, I think Tecno is better. I know it's 5,200 against 6,000, but like we said, the laggy and sluggish nature of HyperOS, that version 2, and everything that it comes with, it makes the battery of the Redmi 15C to now be in par with other phones.
But I think
as in usage, screen on time.
I think Tecno used the silicon. If I'm right, I'm not really sure of
no,
this.
It's not silicon.
They didn't use silicon carbide.
No. Silicon carbide.
Maybe I'll have to check this, but it seems they used it on the
Spark 40.
Yeah, let's be sure.
Silicon carbide. Okay.
Silicon carbide.
I doubt. Because that's silicon carbide technology. Okay.
But I know they used it maybe on the Pro Plus.
Maybe it's the Pro Plus. So.
Yeah, that's where they use the silicon carbide. So for the
silicon carbide now is flagship thing. No?
But there are some budget phones that they are using it. They are using that tech.
It's not silicon. At least
or is it so. Was it the Camon 40 Premier? I think that was.
I think so. Not in any of the Spark. I researched it deeply.
Okay. So I think for battery, that 45 watt charging speed you are even getting with the Tecno phone, I think it takes it from 0 to 100 in
around slightly. What I calculated was 57 minutes or so.
Okay. So you see,
not up to 1 hour. So in terms of battery, if you want to go to size, Redmi wins. If you want to go to usage and screen on time, I think the Redmi and the Spark, obviously the Hot 60i will be the same. And of course, if you want to now go to fast charging speed, Tecno wins. So if you put these three things together, Tecno is still the better option for me, once again. Then closely followed by the Infinix. Yeah. Personally, I don't buy the whole 6,000. 6,000 is good though. It's going to sell for people that don't dig deeper. But if you actually get to, no, it wasn't good. I used it before I sold it off. I used it for a while, and you just notice that, like, you know, it's supposed to be better, but it's not.
Like, personally, I don't know why my experience with this entry-level Samsung phones, when it comes to battery, it has been very terrible. And okay. I know I've been complaining it to you that the battery life on the A07 especially, I don't know what is wrong with it. Like, it's if you are a heavy user using that phone, you might have to charge it in between usage. But like, now that I'm using like the Pixel 9a, I can go a whole day, like, comfortably. I know I'll go a whole day without charging my phone, maybe till I want to sleep. That's how it should be normally.
But Samsung can also take a whole day. What do you do?
Me, I'm not sure. I've tried it. Honestly, I've tried it, and it was not okay.
You didn't play Call of Duty.
I don't play Call of Duty, but I use my phone a lot for Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you know, a lot of things. So the battery life of those Samsung phones have not really been able to hold up. I don't really know the problem, where it's coming from, but I've experienced like very, very poor battery life from budget Samsung phones. But the Redmi 15C, it was a bit impressive. But again, when you consider all things, like we said, faster charging, decent battery life that also lasts a complete day, you just have to give it to Tecno.
Generally, yes.
Generally. But the Redmi is still up there.
Yes, with them. That's what I'm saying. It's bracket first for the three.
So
phones.
I can decide to say for battery, my own has to be Redmi 15C first, Tecno second, and the Infinix third, because anything that is available on the Tecno 15C is available on the this thing. We forgot something in the software part. We did not talk about it. Split screen. You know, people like split screen. Split screen. Yeah. Redmi users used to swear by split screen before, but now they get them again. I think for that price now, the only phone that has split screen is the Samsung Galaxy A07.
Yeah,
it's the only phone that has split screen and pop-up window.
Like you said, Tecno took it away.
Tecno took it away when the Spark 40 was released. It was there, but when they pushed a software update, after updating it, I tried the split screen and it was gone. And I've been getting lots of comments on that review.
Maybe not mistake. So
Tecno need to bring back that split screen, because a lot of users like that
use
feature.
it, Abby.
Yeah, and they use it. So Tecno, you need to bring back that feature. And
I can't even concentrate for two things at a time. So how do you put split screen? Split screen. Like, how do people use it?
No, there are use cases. You know, when let's say you are watching a YouTube video, there are people. One guy told me a good use case on TikTok. I think he said, like, he's watching a YouTube video, or when they are doing their Web3 stuff, you know, they want to open two apps at the same time and be, you know, they want to open Bybit and claim more airdrop somewhere. Like, he was just explaining it to me. So there are people that actually
for 6.5 inches screen or what?
Yeah, but it can be useful for some people, especially
of course.
That other pop-up window. You know, all of us have different use cases for our phones.
No, I understand pop-up. I do pop-up windows even on my Samsung.
So some people
I do it just be on the corner, but it has to be small because I'm paying very little attention to it. Maybe I just want to be hearing what they are saying over there.
Some people might actually need that feature. Then,
but still, it doesn't unbalance our rating now for software now. It's still Samsung first.
Yes, it's still Samsung.
Then Tecno and Infinix next.
We are just putting it out there to let people know. So lastly, I think the camera part, I think this is where me and you will be way off. We'll be way off.
Okay, like design, I think camera is subjective, honestly. Because in my review, I did a review of the three phones. The Redmi 15C, the Galaxy A07, and the Tecno Spark 40. And just what I discovered is, maybe I would, if I still have those pictures in my drive, when you're editing, I'll send them to you. It's just down to the tone or the feel of the pictures. In terms of sizes, they are practically the same. If you check the sizes, about 4 megabytes or 3-something megabytes per picture. So it's not like
all of them are using 50 megapixel sensors.
You're using 50 megapixel sensor. So the size is the same, details is the same. It's just the final feel. So you have
The
one that
processing.
is processing there. One is brighter, one is softer, one is, you know, the colors are punchier. Redmi.
No, honestly, that's what I wanted to say
Yes.
because me personally, when I saw the camera on the Redmi 15C, the post processing after you snap, how it processes it, the colors tend to be more natural. They tend to look better. I preferred it over even the Samsung Galaxy A07.
No, is it natural or processed in the Redmi Abi?
Yeah,
Yes.
it looks like we can say natural because it looks better. Or let's just use the word better.
Okay, better because natural is more with Samsung. You see it the way it is. Very little processing, very like small. But Redmi want to give you the best, so you not see those.
So and we need to also put it out that when you buy a phone of like 150k, it's not rocket science. There is no way you expect to get a good camera. If you want to get a good camera, you need to spend nothing less than 500 upward.
Yeah.
That's when you can.
So for camera, I think it's they are all good, in my opinion. I think where we'll now start to look, even down to is maybe video. For none of them have stability.
No,
In my
Samsung.
test. Samsung has.
Samsung Galaxy, no, it doesn't. It's
It doesn't.
A75.
You don't confuse. Look, I checked.
None of them
have.
It's true.
None of them have. None of them have. It's only the Spark 40 Pro that have stability at 1080. Software stabilization at 1080. You notice the difference. So that is a few things that makes it Pro. So none of them have, but 2K quality versus 1080.
2K definitely. I'm even surprised like these people give us like 1080p because I just feel I don't know, there's no way you can even buy that phone to do video, to be honest. Like you can't buy those phones.
Except to use Snapchat or TikTok.
Even at that, you are not still getting the quality. It's not going to be as smooth as
But it's good
possible.
enough for social media.
The video.
And nothing.
1080p.
Yes, now.
So there may be
Your Instagram video
quality.
after processing by Instagram, no be 720.
but then there is this amount of detail that when you shoot higher, you just get more details.
Once again, sorry to cut you. Once again, the original users of these phones, they don't know 4K. They don't want 4K.
Probably.
4K
Like,
will even be too large.
One
for
thing
them,
that I'll say is that when it comes to this budget entry level category, there is nobody that does this better than Tecno and Infinix and even Itel. Like nobody, they understand that level so much that if you want to succeed, you just need to go and look at their blueprints and just see what they are doing, because they just have a way of just making these budget phones look so good.
They've been in
and
the game for
irresistible.
long. They don't,
And the competition cannot really keep up with them.
they've been in the game for long, so they don't fine tune a lot. So I think that's it, Sha.
Yeah.
So overall, if they give you all these phones now, say how do you have 24 hours to spend with the worst among the three of them, the four of them.
Yeah. Or 5.
Or
I think
5.
Up to 5, yes.
Okay, Pop. First of all, I said the worst. Which one will you pick?
Redmi 15C. I'm not even allowed you laugh. Honestly, I cannot put up with the phone, with the with the bloatware, with the situation of the software. Like even the hardware, even the hardware is too big for me. But if I'm asked, okay, which one can you even use? Let's say you want to punish me.
That's the second. Okay, to punish you. Okay.
I should give you 150k phone because it's punishment.
As offer, yes.
It's punishment. You want to punish me for 150k? Which phone will I use? I will gladly use the Tecno Spark 40. I will use
Okay, the best among them now.
Yeah, no, not like the best. You know, for that price, let's say for that price, the best is
Generally. That's why I started with the worst. The best. I agree with you. It is Spark.
I can use that phone personally. I can use it. Like if I don't have any option, let's say the options are narrow, and I'm to choose the one that I can use.
The difference, I actually used that phone. I actually used that phone for like a week. I dropped my iPhone. I was using that phone. You can respond to emails like the haptics, everything is good. I know Tecno tried though.
Tecno tried this.
So, I guess
somebody will come and say Tecno will sponsor this video.
I pray they sponsor it too.
They should sponsor.
At least.
It's just like, you know, off the top. We're not
Yeah,
even
of
prepared
course.
for this video. We just were together and we decided, okay, why not?
Yeah,
Let's just
so.
put it out together. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. For those that made it to the end of this video, it's just us ranting and just talking about the phones that we review every day. And again, I'm going to link his channel in the description of
Okay,
this
there's no
video.
YouTube link.
We are trying to get into 50k, please.
Please, oh. 50k is not like
50K.
50k is not like promised land. I can see it, but I can't enter.
You enter by God's grace. You enter by God's grace. Let us know what you think. Which of these phones do you think is the best phone for the price? Maybe you said something that you did not agree with. Let us know in the comments. We are going to be down there answering every question that you guys drop. And thank you for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.
It's out.